Welcome back to my channel. I'm James. Today we're doing another exciting advanced review and deep diving into the Alfred Hitchcock's Collection Volume 3. This is the brand new 4K Ultra HD release from Universal Studios. Now I did get this in over a week early for review, so I've been working really hard diving into, testing, and analyzing all 5 films in this box set. To let you know the total quality of them, I'm going to be doing my exclusive 4K versus Blu-ray image comparisons up above. And that's where I pulled the native data off of each of the Blu-ray discs and each of the 4K discs to show you, compared to the original Blu-ray releases, how these new 4K restorations stack up. Then at the end, I wrap it up with my review score to let you know the sum up total quality of this box set. Now, if after you get done watching this review and hearing my review score, you decide you want to buy either the individual releases each by themselves or this entire box set, I will post all of the direct sale links from Amazon in the description section and as a pinned comment in the comment section right below this video. As always, those links down there never cost you, the viewer, even a penny extra when you click on them, but they're very important to the continued creation of all these videos here on my YouTube channel. But as always, they never cost you a penny extra to help support this channel. So make sure if you decide to buy any of these releases to always click on those links down below. Now, I'm going to be showing you up above the native images of the previous Blu-ray releases, along with these new 4K releases and the native images pulled directly from the 4K discs as well. Now I'm going to be cycling through each of the films in this box set up above so that way you get a sampling of what the differences are for every single one of the films in this box set. Now it does take me a ton of time to pull all of those, so I'm only doing a few for each film because there's 5 films in this massive box set. Now I can tell you for each of the 5 films in this box set, they are all presented as native 4K 2160p presentations. Now I can tell you they got brand new 4K restorations and 4K scans of the original film elements. And that is what is presented in these native 4K images. Now, each of the 5 films in this box set got a brand new HDR10 color grading and master. And I can tell you, as you're probably noticing right away in those native image comparisons up above, how drastically different it is. They literally make a night and day difference with the color gradings on this, making them look absolutely beautiful color-wise on these new 4K releases in comparison to the previous Blu-ray releases that, to be honest with you, when you sit down and compare them side by side, they really do make the older Blu-ray releases look pretty darn poor. Because man, the colors on these really did surprise me and my wife when we sat down. I started watching them, testing them. Wow, that new HDR10 master and color grading they did for each of the films in this box set is really a sight to behold. Now, to talk about the films in this box set briefly, you do get Rope with James Stewart in it, and that's from 1948. I do love that film. There's actually 3 films in this box set that are my favorite films out of this box set, and they're personal all-time favorites of mine of Alfred Hitchcock's. But James Stewart, or Jimmy Stewart as some people like to call him, is one of my all-time favorite classic actors. Him and John Wayne, every film they were in, I just loved the way that they acted. And he's one of those characters in each of these films that I just love the way he talks. So 2 of the films that I absolutely love are Rope and The Man Who Knew Too Much. Now, Doris Day is in The Man Who Knew Too Much. She's one of my wife's favorite actresses, and I do like Doris Day. So the fact that we got both of them in that film is a big winner for that one in the first place. And that film came out in 1956. Then we get my 3rd favorite film in the box set, and that's Torn Curtain. And that came out in 1966. And Torn Curtain's unique because it has Julie Andrews and Paul Newman in it. So, to be honest with you, the first 3 films they list out in this box set, those are my favorite 3 films in this box set, and some of my all-time favorite Alfred Hitchcock films. Now, my number 1 all-time favorite, if most of you have followed me here for many years on this YouTube channel, you should know what my number 1 favorite Alfred Hitchcock film of all time is. And it is not on 4K yet. Though, as I did share previously, it's already being worked on with a 4K restoration, so it is planned for a future 4K release. My understanding is most likely it's coming out next year, but it's been worked on this year, so that's why I do think it's coming out next year. I don't think we'll see it by the end of this year, but it is North by Northwest. I absolutely love North by Northwest. That's my number 1. Then, like I said, I love the rest of these films as well. And so Torn Curtain's a great one. Paul Newman, Julie Andrews, Julie Andrews had such a great accent, and the way she talked was literally probably one of the most beautiful voices in film that I can just sit there and I'm mesmerized when she talks. And maybe that's odd to some of you, but I'm sure there's somebody that you enjoyed in classic films that when they talk, their voice and their voice inflections was just so beautiful. She is one of those actresses that just has an absolutely beautiful voice. Then we get to the next film in here, that's Topaz. That's from 1969. And then the final film in the box set is Frenzy, and that's from 1972. Now I can tell you I enjoyed Topaz and Frenzy. I like all of Alfred Hitchcock's films for different reasons. It's just when I have to pick my favorites out of this box set, it'd definitely be Rope, Man Who Knew Too Much, and Torn Curtain. The other two I don't like nearly as much as the first three films in this box set. And to be honest, the first three films in this box set, even if you only like 3 of them, make the box set a better value price-wise than buying them individually. But as I know some of you like to buy individual cases, I'm posting the direct sale links down below for each of the films individually in the individual cases. So if you want to pre-order or buy those, I'll post them down below, as well as the box set. So depending on if you want to spend the extra money to get them individually, I simply can't always do that, and sometimes when things are sent for review as well, obviously I don't get a choice. So as far as that goes though, I bought all of these original ones, like the first box set and the second one weren't sent for review, and I had to buy all of those in the full cases like this, so at least it goes along with them. And it does say on the side, Alfred Hitchcock Classics Collection. As most of you notice, the plastic's still on the outside of this. That's because I did my special thing, as I've shared before. I cut out the plastic so that it's kind of like a slipcover to protect it, but you can still take out the case out of it because it's just cut out of the side here, so that way I can slip it out. But it kind of works, instead of me buying sleeves for these, it protects the box set, and that's what I do with these bigger box sets. Kind of a quirky thing I do. Make sure to go down there, give this video a like and a thumbs up for me, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you never miss out on any of this early or exclusive content that I release here on my YouTube channel. Now, talking about the audio, all 5 films in this box set get an English DTS HD Master Audio 2.0 mono mix. Now, there was one film, The Man Who Knew Too Much, that comes with a special audio mix, and it's the only one in this box set that gets this. It's an English 3.0 Perspecta stereophonic sound. So I did enjoy watching it in that one, and to be honest with you, I did like that better than the 2.0 mix, because it added just a little bit more to it. So I did think it was a unique audio experience for that sense. Now I will tell you the audio mixes for all of them are remastered. So they did go in and work on the audio mixes over the previous Blu-ray releases, and a lot of the clicks and hisses have been fixed, repaired, and are gone. So on each of the films, I did notice when I went back and forth between the old Blu-ray releases and these new 4K restorations on 4K, there is a noticeable uptick in clarity, and not having some of the hisses that still remained on the previous Blu-rays. Those are gone on each and every one of these films, and the audio was a very clean and clear presentation and sounded the best I've ever heard any of these films sound on home video, and I've owned them on each and every iteration before. And this is really nice audio presentation that Universal did for every film in this box set, that I was surprised they spent the time to go back and remaster and work on the audio as well as what they did for the image presentation. Now, talking about the image presentation we got, for each of the films in here, they do have a nice stable layer of film grain from beginning to end. Now, there was a few scenes and a few instances in a few of the movies, like in Topaz, where they used some stock footage in the original film. My understanding is they don't have a way to go back and scan the original stock footage that was actually implemented into the film at that time. So those few scenes you will encounter in a couple of the films, those are a lower quality. That is not something they can ever change or fix because of how it was implemented into the original camera negatives, and then they're scanning those, but the original stock footage was lower quality that was put into the camera negatives. So understand, those few instances you're going to encounter in it, that's just the way it is. It's never going to change. It's not something they can ever fix or that was done wrong for these box sets. The actual image that you notice, where the clarity on the skin, the details in the pores and the hair, it is drastically improved and absolutely obliterates the previous Blu-ray releases. I actually thought a lot of the presentations in this box set was the best looking of all of the Alfred Hitchcock box sets I've done yet. And I've reviewed all of them. If you haven't checked out my previous Volume 2 releases, I did exclusive 4K versus Blu-rays on every film in that box set. And I can tell you, Universal has mastered how they do these restorations. I was blown away when I put in Rope first and started watching it. I have never seen Rope have that stable of a layer of film grain and depth in the image. Like I was explaining with that new HDR10 color grading and master they did, the colors on it come to life in it. Skin tones and background just look so beautiful that you literally sit there and say, man, I can't believe that Rope came out in 1948 and it looks this good on this 4K restoration. It's really one of those eye-opening experiences that I really enjoyed and thought, man, Universal did an amazing job with their restoration on every film in this box set. Now, showing what you get in this box set. As I showed you, it does have your outside slipcover. It puts the original cover artwork for each one of them here that they created for these films. The same cover artwork you get on the individual 4K cases is listed on here. You do get digital copy code from Movies Anywhere for each one of the films in here. And then when you get the book out here, it does have, and I do like the artwork they use in these. I do like it has little quotes in it. Talks about it with the original poster artwork, with the date of when each film came out. You get your 4K disc on this side, your Blu-ray disc on here. Your Blu-ray discs are the original scans. These are not the new 4K Ultra HD scans with the restorations. There's a drastic difference between the two of them, and you can notice through every single one of them that these 4Ks really do look impressive. And I will tell you, I love that they include all this kind of like little extra stuff here with the original poster artwork. So I will say these books, I don't mind too much for the fact that they have the poster artwork in here. My problem I have is I wish they actually had little plastic clip-in for the discs, because my issue that I've always had is I don't like that the discs slide in and that there's a chance that basically the disc either gets caught in here. So that's my nitpicky on them, and it's always been my nitpick for any of these basically books that Universal makes. I understand they're less expensive for them to make, but I kind of prefer they just make a little booklet and then put them in a regular like 4K case, black case on little leaflets where the discs click in with a booklet of all of the artwork and stuff they put in here. I would rather that, but Universal has not changed. They've been releasing them in these books, just like the Universal Monsters collections. I've reviewed all of those. If you haven't checked out my Universal Monsters collections 4K versus Blu-ray reviews, you'll want to check out those as well. But every single one of these comes in these types of books from Universal. I only had one of them that discs were damaged in that I had to exchange it. This one I got had no disc damage. There was no glue stuck to them or anything like that. So I do think Universal's doing a better job making these books now, because some of the original ones on the first Alfred Hitchcock collection were not glued well or made well at all. Whereas this one, it is a much sturdier, and it actually seems like they put thicker cardboard on some of these than what they did on the original books. Now, each of the discs inside this 4K set are 100% region free. I did dive into this and do my exclusive testing on the rough average bitrate. I did a range for every single one of them, so that way you get an idea of what every single one of the 5 films in here ranges through. And for the films in this box set, they had a high, healthy, and strong 91 megabits per second to the lowest was 64 megabits per second. So between all of the films, they had a very healthy rough average bitrate range for all of them. None of them dropped below that 64 on average for each of the films. So overall, Universal did an amazing job with the bit rates on these, which lends to why, as I said, that native 4K image on these is absolutely stunning for what they did for these 4K restorations. Now, getting to my review score for the Alfred Hitchcock Classics Collection Volume 3. For this box set, it gets an amazing 9.5. This is a must-buy. You need to buy, add to your collection, support this release. Show Universal you love the work that they're doing. They are providing some of these amazing collections of classic films that I absolutely love. I love Alfred Hitchcock. I'm looking forward to, as I said, North by Northwest. That is coming out here. It's already being worked on. But Universal doesn't own the rights to that. So that is why this box set is released by Universal. I love having all the box sets. I will list all of the links for each of these Universal box sets from Alfred Hitchcock as a pinned comment in the comment section below. So if you're going to buy this, make sure to use those links down there below. But this is a must buy. It honestly is a darned fantastic 4K Ultra HD releases of every single one of these films. I was amazed at how good of a job they did with these. And as I said, of all of the Alfred Hitchcock box sets, I thought this was the best looking one yet. And each of these films has never looked as good on home video as it does in this box set, including how it sounds. The sound on this was the best it's ever sounded as well. Let me know in the comment section below which of these films are your favorite. Kind of let me know out of this box set, kind of like I did, what are your top 3 films out of this box set that you're most excited for? And kind of pick 3 of them. That way kind of let me know, hey, is Rope your favorite? Is The Man Who Knew Too Much your favorite? Let me know if you love James Stewart. I do. Let me know if he's one of your favorite classic actors as well. Let me know how excited you are for this 4K box set that's coming out here soon. Now, as I said, I did get this in a full week early. Man, I've worked hard to get these reviews out to all of you. Make sure if you're going to buy any of these, support these videos in this channel and use those direct Amazon sale links below. It's very important, and it never costs you a penny extra to use those links. But it does help me to be able to keep creating these videos for all of you. If you want to help to support the creation of these videos even more, make sure to join my Collectors VIP Club. Again, that's a way that it only costs you a couple of bucks, but it drastically makes a difference in all of this content I create. Make sure to give this video a like and a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. I truly do hope that you're having a fun time getting to check out all these advanced reviews that I've been releasing. It's great that we're getting so many of these amazing 4K restorations. It's a really amazing time to be a physical media fan and collector. And this is a wonderful release that we need to support. So make sure you go down there and order your set. As always, I truly hope every single one of you have a blessed day. And I've always got something new, early, exclusive, and exciting coming out very soon.